absolutely fired up to run this event with all you crazy bastards. I think I was, this week looking at the forecast, expecting, people to start dropping out, canceling. Instead, I have everyone sending me clips from, Forrest Gump, Caddyshack, Perfect Storm, saying how awesome it's going to be. I got people messaging me last night, asking if they can join. By the way, can you all hear me in the back? All right. No, but it's that awesome energy and enthusiasm that's helped this event honestly stay alive and go every year and grow. This is our biggest outing yet, over 7 years by far. So I'm fired up. Going to be an awesome day. 2 hours from now, we'll be having a beer and eating a sandwich. So can't get too bad out there. All right. I just want to say a few words about the actual event since we got a few new faces here this year. I like to think this event is a little different than your typical charity 5K. I think most people, probably just look at it and think, the thing that separates it is that it's hard. And yes, a 35-pound sandbag, 4 miles in the sand on the beach, 150 burpees. It is hard, but that's not what defines this event. That's not the point. The point is that you can't really just walk out here. At least most of us can't just walk out here and do this today. You needed to think about it before you signed up, whether that was 5 minutes or 2 weeks for some people. But you made a commitment, and that commitment wasn't just to the race and the cause and to yourself, but also to that partner that you signed up with. And you and your partner, I'm sure over the last couple months, have been sacrificing your time, some of your life to be out here and be ready to go today. And that's what this event is about. It's about teamwork. It's about sacrifice. Woo! Oh. So anytime, in those few months, past few months you guys were training, if there was ever a day when, you wanted to, bag it on a workout, call it in, maybe skip a workout, you should have known that you're not only going to make today, a little tougher and more painful for yourself, but also for that teammate who's relying on you. And today, some murmurs out there. Some of you slacked off a little bit. Might be a little painful today. When we're out there in a few minutes, we're all going to be out of breath. We're going to be uncomfortable, and there's absolutely going to be a point when you're in a little bit of pain. But so is your teammate, and it's going to be on you, in the elements here to take your own discomfort, your own pain, put it aside. And look at your teammate when they're struggling and say, give me the bag. I'll do a few extra reps. I'll carry it a little further. You catch your breath.
Give me the bag.
But that's the reason this event is hard. Because if it wasn't hard, we wouldn't come to that point. We wouldn't have to make that decision. And I think in the military, that was a decision that I saw the men and women, get put to every day. And they knew it was coming. They knew their partner, their teammate was going to rely on them, and they wanted to be ready, and they spent all their time and energy getting ready for it. My time in the military, I served 4 years in the reserves, and I deployed to a non-combat zone. That's about as cushy as a military resume could be, especially back in 2010, 2014 timeline. But the stress that it put on my family, it was real. It was still a time of war, a lot of uncertainty. We were apart. You didn't know where you're going to get sent. And the sacrifices and the stress that my family went through were real. But I think about the people that I was working side by side with, men and women that signed up on September 12th, 2001, who had done multiple deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, who lost friends, who got injured, who were wounded, and they still had nothing else on their mind except getting ready to go back and do it again. They were willing to sacrifice it all with zero hesitation for us and for our way of life. And that's why we're out here today, to support them, because those sacrifices, they didn't end with the war. They still deal with the results of them today. They continue to struggle with some of the consequences, and they still need our support. We did have someone scheduled to come out today. His name was Matthias Ferreira, U.S. Marine, double amputee, lost both legs in an IED blast. I figured he had suffered enough already, so I told him he didn't have to come out today. But, 12 years on from his incident, Semper Fi America's Fund is still, at his side, making sure he has the resources he needs, the money, the financial assistance he needs. He is a policeman who's out on patrol in Suffolk County, and very motivating fella. And I wish you all got to meet him, but yeah, America's Fund, Semper Fi America's Fund is still right there, making sure he has everything he needs to have, the quality of life he deserves. He still has, medical bills, rehab, pain issues, and Semper Fi America's Fund is right there helping. So, you should know that your efforts, your fundraising, being out here today, this is fun, this is awesome, but it's got a real purpose, and that money is going somewhere where it has a real impact. We raised over $55K.
Wow.
Going to have more coming in, but thank you all from the bottom of my heart for coming out today. It's going to be an honor and a privilege for me to run this with you all. I know we got some studs and some people called in the ringers, so I kind of just hope I can keep up. But give me one more minute here, and then I'm just going to do a demonstration, final instructions on the workout, and then we'll head down and kick it off. All right.